Before getting into the articles, it's crazy how we see here that, we've been hearing all this stuff about Will and Jada for, it seems like weeks now. People are just outraged at Jada. Her backlash is very interesting, very strange. I feel like she's just telling a story. She's putting out a book. We've got tidbits of the book, just like we are hearing from Brittany and her book coming out on the 24th. So it's kind of like, and Will is standing beside her. They were in Baltimore, literally right outside my city in Baltimore. And he was up on the stage basically like, yeah, our relationship is messy, it's sloppy, we're experimenting. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We're trying to work it out. I understand. I get it. But I love this woman. I'm going to stand beside her. We support each other. We're family. That's it, you know? Um, and he's a grown ass man. If he wanted to say something differently, he could say that. People act like Jada has like this witchy spell over Will Smith where she's like controlling him and his every move and making him into like this bitch boy, even calling him like a cuck and shit. Like, no, I just don't see it as that. I don't see it as that. Go back, read Will's book. Go back, watch his fucking interviews. He has done shit in the relationship as well, okay? It's messy on both sides. Weird. So now, as I was saying the entire time, there are other couples that are also living the same life, the same way, and have been for years. And here we have it. So, page 6 revealed today that Meryl Streep and her husband of 45 years, okay, 45, Don Gummer, are living separate lives and have been for more than 6 years. And I think it was, 7 for Will and Jada. So Meryl Streep and her husband Don are around the same time of their separate lives, separate, but still being married. And they've been married for 45 years. And this is the Meryl Streep. And apparently her husband is a sculptor. I didn't know that. But money, assets, and I really think it just comes down to that. Like, why go through all the drama? Why go through all the trouble when it could just be like, look, you live your life, I'll live mine. Why is it anybody else's business anyway? Because it's not. But I think I wonder if this is kind of like a show of support, because Will Smith is huge in the industry. He's very talented. He's a big deal in the industry. And I wonder if this is kind of like a show of support via Meryl Streep, and she let this source or whatever, because that's what it says, come out with this exclusive statement for the spokesperson. Like, it's timing. It's very interesting. Why now? It's been more than 6 years. Why now come out with an exclusive statement letting the world know that you and your husband of 45 years have been living separately for more than 6 years? I think it's a show of support, and it's just like, hey, let me live my fucking truth too. Will and Jada did it, and I think that's why it was important for Jada to do it, because it really opened up the doors for other people to feel like, oh shit, well, I relate to that. That's kind of what our situation is, and not feel as, I guess, ashamed. So, I don't know. I just find that so interesting. So, in an exclusive statement, a spokesperson for the beloved star told us Don Gummer and Meryl Streep have been separated for more than 6 years, and while they will always care for each other, they have chosen lives apart. The news may come as a shock, as the actress was seen today at the Princess de Austria's Awards 2023 rocking her wedding band. However, they were last seen together at the 2018 Oscar Awards. Does that not sound familiar? Like, they showed up as a couple, Meryl's still wearing her wedding band, but they live separate lives. Jada went to the Oscars with Will. They showed up as a couple. Will called her his wife. I think this is so interesting. The couple shares 4 children, right? Like, so similar. Interesting. And 5 grandchildren. Wow. They met in 1978, shortly after the death of her Meryl's actor boyfriend, John Cazale. Wow. The pair shared a sprawling Tribeca loft in New York City until they sold it for $15.8 million in January 2020. Wow. Streep then bought a $4 million home in Pasadena. So, yeah. Don't be surprised if you get more of this. I mean, they are 74 and 76, so they're living their lives out the way they want to be. And may I just say, Meryl looks wonderful. She looks great for her age. And not that 74 is, it's up there, but like she looks really good. But interesting. So, I mean, people are going through it out here and living uncontroversial. Is that the word? Non-conventional. Maybe that's the word. Non-conventional relationships. And it works for them. And who are we to judge? And there's probably a hell of a lot more people living the same way in their years-long relationships. 45 years. 45 years is a long fucking time. So good for Meryl and good for her husband. I just find the timing very interesting with all this Will and Jada information out. That all of a sudden this is happening. It's just like, it makes you wonder. But I think that people need to get up off of Jada because it's very apparent that Will is standing beside her. I guess people think that for real, she's like this witch and has him under this love spell of sorts. I don't know, or she's this narcissistic woman and putting it all on her. I just don't get it. I truly don't. But I want to know your thoughts on this whole Meryl Streep situation with her husband, and do you think it's going to get a different reception than what Will and Jada are getting? I don't know, because people like to say they don't care. They care. So we'll see. And I can also see, like, Jada is getting very much the same Meghan Markle effect, where they are coming at her in a way and picking apart everything that she does. I find the similarities in the coverage concerning, not surprising, but I'm reflecting on it. I'm thinking about it. I'm watching it because I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but it's interesting how similar the responses are to these two women, who are going against the norm or things that aren't as conventional. Meghan took on the British media and the British family and the British public pretty much, and did things completely different. Didn't want to do this, didn't want to do that. It was just different. Jada taking on conventional marriages and relationships and everything like that. Interesting. And she's displaying and presenting something different that people may be uncomfortable with, that other people are experiencing but haven't felt comfortable to say so. And they're both getting similar backlash. So I find it very interesting, but I'm going to keep watching.